So true story. The whole time pressure sequence here, like, oh man, you gotta make a decision now, Shepard, or we're gonna die. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in my playthrough, so I kind of like paused and well, I didn't pause. I just left it on the screen. I went and, like, got some lunch, came back 45 minutes later, and then finally made my decision. With Shepard just standing here, blinking while holding her hand to her invisible earpiece.
And it's like, you don't rush Commander Shepard. So the other guy's just sitting on the other end of the horn going...
Anything? I'm considering. I'm mulling it over. You're just gonna say no. I'm thinking about it.
So let's see. We can save Dag and his elite Krogan commando company that Rex put together, or we can help this Reaper clone Rachni Queen that's of the species that has most been used by the Reapers in the past to fuck us over. And we can, like, totally like have her help with the Crucible.
So here's my take on this. I mean, I like Dags, but I like caravans more. So let's go ahead and save the Rachni.
Why?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. She's gonna help with the Crucible. Our one chance at redemption, our one super secret thing, and we're gonna bring a bunch of indoctrinated Rachni there. That is really the fact that you can win the game after making that decision speaks very poorly of everybody involved.
If it was the Rachni Queen that you let live, if you let the Rachni Queen live, and this was that Rachni Queen rather than some cloned one, the help her survive is a Paragon option, and the kill her is Renegade. But on this one, kill her is Paragon, and help her survive is Renegade. I just thought that was interesting that they reversed them.
That is interesting. You can make a case that makes sense. It's hard. You could make a case for the Paragon Renegade pointing either way. It all depends on what you really think this Rachni is all about and whether or not she's trustworthy.
Hang on, no, let me charge in there and drop a Nova. I can totally take him out. Don't worry. No, what? Hey, wait a minute.
And here we have the death of Dag, truly a hero who we have known through several games and countless hours.
Yeah, he was totally with us in the first game, man. All the way. Like, who's that Rex guy?
Aw, daggone.
It's like, wait a minute, I've changed my mind. You are much too much of a badass. Now that I've finally seen you fight, you know what? Garrus, you're staying here to sacrifice yourself. I'm taking Dag with me.
Well, I mean, if there was an argument against the sort of fatalism thing, I think Dag's death would be a strong one, where it's like, we met this guy 5 minutes ago. Epic death piece with piano music and sorrow, when clearly that was meant to be Grunt's death.
Yeah. And he doesn't even die if he's loyal. Or if he was loyal in the first game, he doesn't die.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's not wait. He's probably dead, and if he's not, he could probably find a ride home.
This could have gotten complicated fast. Making an ally out of that Rachni soldier was a risky move. We need all the help we can get, but I have some serious doubts.
So that conversation isn't very different from the other one.
The Reaper supply of new Rachni troops and picked up some additional.
Like, he literally says,
the
situation could have gotten out of hand fast.
Hack it out.
Deciding to kill the Reaper Queen was or the Rachni Queen was a risky move. But we couldn't risk the security of the project or some bullshit like that. I was like, literally, like, word for word, like, it could have gotten out of hand fast. It was a risky move, no matter what you did.
Better you didn't risk it. We were lucky to get out of there alive.
Knew you could get it done, Shepard.
Oh, by the way, Dag is dead, and Arlac Company is dead.
They get out of hand.
And we got some Rachni, so I'm sure you'll get along just fine. Also, the Rachni were made by the Reapers, so...
Oh yeah, that special team you put together,
We're gonna
I
put 'em
sacrificed
on-
them to save a Reaper Rachni.
Back to it.
We're gonna put them on the Crucible, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that.
Shepard, test verified. Results promising. Can synthesize for universal Krogan immunity.
Well, that was
Good.
quick.
Then you can put your knife away.
The cure's ready?
No, still need transmission vector. Cure useless unless given to entire species.
You infected them with the disease easy enough. Is the cure that different?
No.
Wow,
Keep the
Shepard
modalities
said that in a
as
very
possible.
vindictive
Easiest
tone.
way to
You
develop cure.
infected them with the disease
Route
easy
1 is
enough.
too slow.
Is the
Voluntary
cure really that
inoculation.
different?
Population too scattered for airborne, unless... Wait, yes! The Shroud. Constant global dispersion of air particles, built by Solarians to repair atmosphere of Tuchanka. Also used by Turians.
We used it to secretly spread the genophage virus. It ended the Krogan rebellions.
I'd be careful who you tell that to.
You're going to infect an entire
Wait,
population.
wait,
That's the way to
wait,
do it.
wait. I
Unless you're
guess
part
that's
of the
okay if the
population.
Krogan never
Yes,
figured
that's
it
what
out, but if they
Original
did
genophage
figure out
strains still in
that
storage at
this
the facility.
air filter,
Then use it as
this
transmission.
giant,
Then use Shroud to blanket Tuchanka with
like,
cure.
air filter on their planet was being used to
That's our
spread the
best shot right
genophage,
Then
why would it
operations
still
should
be
ready
there?
now, Morden.
Of course. Ready when you need me. We'll be in medbay with Eve until then.
It's an air filter. Think of it like a giant, like, fancy air filter from Sharper Image.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in my head, but I couldn't remember the name of the company. I hate those air filters. They always give, like, the room, like, an ozone smell.
But that's pure ozone from the future.
Ozone smell?
Ozone isn't
What?
even... You can't even breathe ozone.
It's
What-
just
what is an
O3.
ozone smell?
It's
Ozone is
oxygen.
O3. It's 3 oxygen atoms bonded together.
I lost track of what we're talking about. What's going on?
There's an ozone when you involve... Look, go to Sharper Image, buy a crappy air filter, put it in your room, run it for about 24 hours, come back and talk to us about how your room smells weird. When you complain about how your room smells weird, we'll talk to you about how O3 smells like whatever your room smells like.
Okay. I've absorbed this hypothetical and decided that I probably would rather not, so let's continue.
Look, it's just $400.
You've got that
How
lying
many
around.
tacos I could buy for $400? About 800 of them.
Worth every penny, I'm sure.
So let's go to the Citadel.
Normandy, we are transferring your docking clearance to an Alliance official.
Oh, okay.
Figures. Finally back in action, the Alliance already...
I thought the voice was supposed to be this person talking,
Just our way of
and she
welcoming
wasn't
you
moving
back,
her
Flight
lip.
Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private
She is
transport
typing very
arranged?
fast
I need to get to the hospital.
Yes, Commander.
on nothing.
How does that work? Your keyboard is literally air that has light in it. I mean, that would be I mean, sometimes I lose my place on my own keyboard, and I got giant keys on this thing.
2 years ago, man. I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half, and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name.
So this is something they added in Mass Effect 3, is that you can... occasionally there are random people standing around debating stuff, and you can walk up and support one of them, because you are Space Jesus and thus have nothing better to do but interject yourself in random nobody's conversations about nothing. And you'll raise your reputation by doing that, which... okay.
Having a VI drive your body isn't life. A Reaper husks a
I'm
lot.
trying to think of a non-explosive political term, and I don't think there are any.
Thing, isn't it? He walks and makes noises just like they do.
Fine.
Well, it is basically like two people just having an
Oh my
argument
God,
about
whiskey.
Romney versus Obama, and you just go up and pick one of the two, and they both like you back.
Oh, he is right. Oh, Seamus, you're right.
Yeah, like in the real world, that would
All right,
result
guys.
in one person grudgingly accepting you and the other one hating you forever. Because you were
We got our
clearly
whiskey.
evil.
Yeah, but you're not the most famous soldier who's ever lived.
We got our whiskey.
Oh,
This
we got-
game is... We are 100% here.
Notice how...
Has need of exceptional soldiers
Oh,
like
never mind.
you,
Oh,
now more than ever.
never mind. The moment's
You'll have it
passed.
soon, Counselor.
And now it's time for Udina, gazing longingly at Caden's uncovered pecs.
I think when we walked in here,
I'd like your
the
answer.
covers were pulled up to Caden's neck, and he was wearing a shirt.
No problem.
I like
that
to
was
think
before we
that
came in
Caden
here.
was
Still thinking about
proposing
inspector position?
to Caden in that scene.
Big honor. A huge
Shepard, you're here. Do you
responsibility.
know what happened to my shirt? And... Wait a minute.
I
What?
got you this.
Where are
Wait,
my
what?
pants?
You know what? No!
Thanks.
No, that's my whiskey!
It's really great.
Don't give that to him! That cost 1,000 credit!
Can you crack it open and sell
Here.
God
Drink
damn
this.
it!
All ready to get out of here, Shepard.
It's good for wounds. Everybody tells you drinking lots of alcohol helps the healing process.
What's
What?
that? Your
Are they
nostril?
gonna, like...
Here, have
Are you
some-
gonna wash your face at some point, Caden?
You know what goes well with medication? Some booze. Here, let me get you a shot glass. Don't seem to have any in the suit of armor. Nah, just swing it from the bottle.
So,
It'll be
Doc
fine.
wants me to keep the biotics offline for a bit.
To
Let me
be fair,
hook to your
even though
IV
Caden
stand.
is...
You've got a bloody nose, Caden. You've been in here for like weeks.
I'll let you know.
You still got like dried blood on your nose and like dirt on your face. Did they like not give you a shower? Did they like give you a sponge bath but not touch up your face?
I think
like,
Udina did just come in here to offer the
I'm
sponge
glad you had something
bath.
to come. It's good to see you're gonna be okay.
As awful as Caden is as a character,
Almost died on my watch.
the game needed more moments like this, where Shepard is a person and not person.
yeah,
throwing
that's why I've been
fireballs
running
and gunshots.
Paragon here.
After Horizon, you and me.
Is because it shows Shepard
We've been
being
through hell together.
A, not derpy, and B, not I am a badass.
No, not
Look
just
at me.
that. You were my commander, sure, but you listened too. We went through
Floating
Asher's
whiskey.
death together.
Yeah.
The writing is in this section not great, but we did need more of Shepard the caring human and less of Shepard the
Especially since Shepard is like freaking out over all the humans that are dying all of a sudden in this game, which was not a plot thread up until this point.
I should let you get back to the Normandy.
Well, it was with the kid. I mean, the kid sort of symbolized a lot of that, but they just
do it 100%.
completely ruined that symbol with the way they treated
Thanks
it.
for coming.
Holy crap, Rutzkar wasn't kidding! Like, the whiskey that you stole is floating!
It's a
Guys,
magic
pick
trick.
it up! I gotta get my whiskey. It's levitation whiskey. I can't believe I missed out on that shit.
It's
Why does
ghost
he have a
whiskey.
shadow?
Ah!
Wait, what?
His shadow was floating on the ground there.
Yeah, it turns out the
What the fuck? And his shadow is like significantly darker than mine, which just actually shifted somehow.
Space
This
magic.
whole room is
Space
Space Magic Town.
This is like a magician's. There's like smoke
Do they
and
have
mirrors
more
going on in
whiskey?
here.
No.
There was
God
only
damn
one
it.
bottle of whiskey on the entire station, and you gave
One
it to Kate.
bottle of super magic levitation whiskey.
Please, for 1 moment, please.
I think it would be funny if it let you buy as much whiskey as you wanted, and you could actually blow all your money on $1,000 bottles of whiskey. It's the old adventure game trope. You can't take anything you don't need, and once you don't need it, it vanishes from your inventory.
I've got intel suggesting
It's a specter.
Penn officials may be indoctrinated.
The bowl has an infinite number of candies that you can keep taking until you don't need them anymore, and then it's empty.
Raiding a Batarian research station. The Batarians were studying.
This is like the only Spectre we've ever met that
Technology?
didn't immediately die or turn evil. Holy crap.
Why is he dressed like a bee?
To hide the incident.
Well, it's all the rage now, you guys.
Found out. How does this implicate the Hen?
Bees.
They maintained discreet gray market trade relationships with the Batarians and led the Alliance to the station.
Motherfucking
We suspect
me!
those Hanar operatives escaped with Batarian tech. If your reports on the Reapers are accurate, they could already be indoctrinated.
It would be great if he just did nothing but B puns the whole time he was talking to you, but didn't acknowledge it. Just kept dropping them into conversation seamlessly.
Hi, Shepard. What's the buzz?
Yeah, I'm dealing with a galaxy-wide threat right now, which is why I just got back from giving my friend floating whiskey.
The Hanar operative is now a diplomat on the Citadel. I don't have a public name.
A Khaled
Hanar
Ghost.
will go to ground if I make a formal inquiry.
So we're hunting?
I'm tracking suspicious transmissions to the Hanar homeworld. I could use
So
their help.
this, I didn't realize until I finished it and looked it up on the wiki, but this is actually
Not everyone doubted
the
your concerns about the Reapers.
Kasumi mission, which is a DLC character that we never used.
I've never met her. I've never seen her in the game. I guess you had to buy her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
It
did
wasn't
that.
like Zaid who just came free.
I didn't get to Zaid either because I just couldn't be bothered to screw around with the typing in codes with however it worked at the time to get Origin downloads or whatever it was in Mass Effect 2. I remember it was really, really annoying to get the DLC working, and I got annoyed and gave up and went without Zaid.
His government approves of him having an affair with an Asari poet?
And from what people have said, I guess I wasn't missing much.
Yeah, Zaid is basically Jango Fett. Also, he founded the Blue Sun, so great resume there.
There's a legacy for you.
Now, this quest actually kind of sucks, because you have to run around the Citadel looking for terminals to use. I don't remember exactly where they all are.
Are we seriously gonna do this quest?
Oh, hey, do we wanna talk about this person?
Oh, I never knew who this is. What's her name? Chobot or Chobit or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of her until this controversy. They were like, oh, they are inserting this real-world person into our Mass Effect game, and apparently some people hate her, some people like her. She's apparently a big deal on gaming websites that I don't follow or care about.
And I want that ship
Is
to
her
be the
name
Normandy.
Veronica Sports Bra?
Why would I want that? Wars can be won or lost in the
I like how she has the Star Trek. Why
Wars can be
why does
what?
she have the Star Trek symbol on her boob?
You get veto power over the segments I file.
So let me get this straight. You're proposing that you come and hang out on the Normandy because your journalism is totally going to be the tipping point in this war.
And I guess she's worth more assets or
against
something?
like super space Cthulhu's. Okay. So do we want to just like throw her in the cargo bay and then never talk to her again?
Sure, that's a good thing to do with her. Put her in the cargo bay. There, silence her. Just imagine that you're keeping your prisoner.
Here's your bunk, Jessica. This is the cargo bay. Nonsense. Light switches somewhere around here. Meal times are every 26 hours. Enjoy your flight.
Civilians should not be saluting. Oh, never mind. I like how it finalized her cutscene with "I am a dummy and I don't know what I'm doing." If you're gonna be an embedded reporter, you should know better than to do things like that. I can understand random civilians making that mistake to go around saluting military personnel.
Well, war
but if you're
correspondents
embedded,
sometimes do get basically not military commissions, but they do kind of not like a serious rank, but you know they do kind of like get embedded into units, and you know they carry weapons and whatnot. At least I think they do.
it's the future. It can work however they say it work. She's actually
Hey,
been promoted to
look!
admiral.
Thugs are here illegally.
Yes, and it only
We had a shortage of admirals.
I don't care.
Okay, I really dislike this because Arya is obviously, like Tim, is another writer favorite character. Oh yeah, here's a badass character, and you can tell she's a badass character by the way that she gets to talk to Shepard as if Shepard is a dumb lackey, and you can never answer her back. You can't say, "Oh, that's your attitude? Well, you know what? Screw you," and give her a middle finger over the shoulder while you walk away. It's either yes ma'am or no ma'am. You cannot taunt her. You can't put her in her place. You can't say, "You're talking big for somebody that doesn't have a space station yet or anymore."
Is this
this
Don't
is
fuck with me, Ariel?
Citadel, huh?
Yes.
I guess so. I hate this place. So
Look at her, she's so cool. She's sitting there looking away while she's talking to you in this crowded nightclub, which ought to actually result in the two of you going, "What? What?"
Oh, there's a fantastic Mitchell and Webb sketch about this.
For every second I've spent in this bureaucracy.
Now I gotta find that and look it up. Thanks.
How did Cerberus defeat you?
Cerberus took Omega, cause why not? I'm sure there's plenty of stuff they can get
A
from
floating
that
city.
piece of
A
shit.
floating ghetto. They stole a floating ghetto. That, like, why? Why would you take that? Why would you spend the
I get
personnel
the
to do?
feeling it was almost because the Elusive Man just wanted to troll Aria. In which case, can I join the Elusive Man now?
It's a floating ghetto populated almost entirely by blue suns.
The Reapers, we're all dead. Won't matter where I'm sitting.
Not worth the trouble. You would just, I mean, okay, the blue suns are nothing to be afraid of, but you would just take a long time to mow them all down, and don't you have better things to do?
I know, they could create a plague.
Nobody wants that.
And it could, like, kill all the non-humans, and then they could just use the humans as disposable soldiers. Please tell me that is not the plot line going on here, because I could totally see BioWare doing that.